Hey everybody, Norm, and it is Wacky Wednesday over here.
Woo!
We have a very special guest.
Yes.
A very special guest. My nephew, the one and the only, the great Joe Bonamassa.
Hey.
How you doing?
And he doesn't usually do the wacky stuff, but this is a pretty wacky guitar. And
Oh, normally I see a brown case like this, and you go, "Well, it's a Gibson of some sort."
but it's not.
What is it?
I'm here 7 days a week working off my debts to Norm for guitars I purchased. This is a 1950s something. These are hard to date.
Yeah. K. Barney Kessel.
Barney Kessel by K, which was like, this was the top of the heap for K.
Oh yeah, with the Kelvinator headstock. It's really clean, and it's the smaller version. There were two versions of this. There was a larger one, and this is a little bit more compact.
Yeah.
And it's a really incredible guitar with the Melita bridge, the K pickups, which sound great. A lot of the blues guys love that. And
And some of the OEM on this stuff was Gibson, because this is a Switchcraft, Catalan switch. I mean, I think even some of the fingerboards were Gibson made and then shipped to K, and they put them on their guitars. Definitely, this is the case is clean. I mean, what a great example of a 50s guitar, and just cool.
Just vibey.
I mean, just think about all the design that went into this. I mean, everything is cool. We don't get this kind of stuff these days.
No, I mean, well, there's probably companies that are going to reissue things like this and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this back in the day was revolutionary.
It's revolutionary, and I mean, what a great guitar to have for jazz or blues or whatever. And it was a quality instrument. I mean, like, you could really get stuff, and everything was made in America. I mean, everything.
And a lot of times you would see there was a lot of pictures of the older blues guys playing these guitars. Very cool sounding guitar.
Let's take a look at the back. I want to see the back.
Let's see the back.
Yes.
Back is nice and clean.
Looks nice.
That headstock is really cool.
Yeah, a lot of times these break off or they get damaged, but this
is about as clean as you'll ever see.
All right, so we're gonna go plug this in.
Let's take it outside,
and then I have to finish restringing all these guitars.
Look at all what he has to do. Look at all these guitars he has to.
I have to restring all these guitars in trade for a Tweed Super Amp. That was the price.
We give him $20 per guitar. I mean,
wow.
He's going to be here for the next 6 weeks.
Yeah, and then I get a nice 1953 Tweed Super. So
there you
go.
Well, what a beautiful amp that is, right?
What a beautiful trade.
Right.
Worth restringing all this.
So let's take that out, and we can show everybody what this thing sounds like. Thank you guys for watching our stuff. Let's give it a listen.
Let's go.
Hey everybody, Norm over here, and I've got my nephew Joe in here, and it's Wacky Wednesday, and we're doing a couple really wacky things. By the way, you just played at that New Orleans festival, right?
I did.
How was it?
It was great. We held our own. It was the first time in 35 years that I've been in the music business that they invited us, and hopefully they don't regret it. Maybe some of them do, but some.
Maybe whoever paid you does.
Maybe we would have been more of a discount 15 or 20 years ago, but no, it was great. I thought everybody played great, and
you said Bonnie followed you, right, Bonnie? Right?
Yeah, well, we had to go on before her, which was a suicide mission, because she was
fantastic.
So good, and
but you
so
guys
gracious.
are the bomb too, and you guys are playing. The thing that I love about your band is you use the same guys. It's a tight unit. It's not like whoever happens to be around calling in and all that.
No, it's. I'm blessed to have a great group on the road with us, like a great crew. Because it's not just the band; it's the crew that sets it up. And we have tons of There's
my buddy Mike Hickey. How's he doing?
Mike's doing great. He's not on the road with us currently, but he's I talk to him twice a week. And my guitar tech Kyle D'Andrea, who's married to our singer Danny D'Andrea.
Okay.
I have three married couples on the road.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's
not a lot of fireworks.
No fireworks, no drama, no nothing. We have our other singer Jade is married to someone on our catering team, and
Jade is unbelievable.
She's unbelievable, and then our chef that cooks for all of us on our tours, and the sous chef are married. So there's 3 married couples on the road, and very, very little argument, at least in front of me. So.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea if you're paying the guys, you know.
No, you know, as long as everybody's cool with it, and you know, like they're working together.
Yeah, these are mature people, you know, that are.
They're all pros, and we're very, very blessed, you know. Yeah. So this is a Wednesday guitar, isn't it?
So this is a K Barney Kessel. There's two sizes of these. This is the smaller size. Comes with the original brown case. This thing, those pickups sound really cool.
Yeah.
And talk about Wacky Wednesday. We're plugged into this Watkins Dominator over here,
yeah,
with the split front and the cool vibrato. Thing sounds great.
Sounds like a dual professional.
Yeah.
Get some more volume out of it for the deaf guy here, but no, these are really cool. I have one in Nashville, but not as old as this. But I'm late to the party in the British amps. They were great.
These are cool because the vibrato is so cool. The reverb is really cool, and they just totally are great.
Right.
Not the loudest, but really cool.
No, I mean it's, you know, but in the studio they moved. It's
gonna sound like a big amp.
So yeah, this is going home. The Barney Kessel is going to stay because I have to get out of the esoteric guitars. I Gibson Fender and a Rickenbacker. That's it. I have like 3 Rickenbackers. That's
All
it.
right. So this is what this thing does.
Like you know, the blues guys love these things. Gig with this, like that's proof of concept. If you
there you go.
Like Kid Ramos used to play that ES5.
I remember.
Like
I knew Kid.
Yeah. It's actually a really nice size too. Fancy guitar for what, 1960 or
it's right in there.
What does it say? 50s. Yeah, I mean it's like if you had this in the 1950s, you were
styling.
You were styling.
It's kind of, you know, with that vibrato, it's kind of got like that Slim Harpo kind of.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of these kind of. I don't think Barney Kessel would want me to play like this, but
I think I'd be very impressed.
And the intonation's good.
And you are going to be playing, opening for the Stones, or the Stones opening for you. I don't know.
No, we're opening for the Stones. I don't know if this is because it's Wednesday and we're not recording this on a Wednesday, but
yeah,
we're opening for the Stones on a Wednesday night, May 15th, and in Seattle, which is so weird.
What an honor! And you got your folks coming?
Yeah, Mom and Dad are coming. Everybody's coming. So it's like it's one of those things where you just go, you know, how do we even get on the list? I think our agent put us on the list, and according to him, we were picked out of a whole group of very, very, you know, deserving candidates, and I'm like, wow. It's like,
well, I'm going to pinch you here because that's, you know, for the Stones having anything to do with the Stones. I mean, the one band that nobody can say anything about is the Stones. I mean,
no.
I mean, it's a common denominator that everybody loves. Those songs are unbelievably great.
Unbelievably great and unbelievably iconic, and they're still great. I mean, they still, just bring it. And they were just at the New Orleans Jazz Festival a couple days before us, and everybody was saying, like, you just can't believe how good they sound. It's like, I can believe it. They're
a real band.
They're a real band that knows what they're doing. They just, and those songs, you know.
It's the songs.
You can't beat that. And and Mick he has no peers.
It's amazing. I mean, if you would have told me when I was 25 that Mick would be performing at 50, I would have said, you're crazy.
Well, at that level, and then if you told me
no,
at 50 he'd still be doing it at 70 at that level, and then if you told me he'd do it at 70 and 80 at that level, you're just like, it doesn't exist in rock and roll.
Well, I guess being thin like that probably, you know, gives you that longevity, and you know, I mean, because he's just all over the stage and singing his butt off and all that.
Oh yeah, I mean, for me to be that thin, I'd have to eat once a month.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people genetically it doesn't work that way.
But I hear, I mean, he runs every day, and it's, you know, he has a real regimen and a commitment to his craft.
Yeah.
You have to admire that. Me, when I'm 80, I'm not running anywhere.
No? All right. Well, I'm almost there, and I'm not running anywhere. So
I'll be on my porch just playing the Barney Kessel.
there you go. So play a little more blues stuff for us, man.
Just, you know. Like they made the big one and the small one.
Right. It's a little easier to handle.
It is, yeah.
But the big man too
Really nice. Well built.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you get a chance to see Joe Bonamassa live, you see him, one of the greatest guitar players that ever lived, at the peak of his playability and career and all that. So I highly recommend anybody go see him.
Well, I'm 47 now, and I've been describing that as one car lease away from 50.
Yeah.
So, well, it's always nice, and I'm bringing home a nice super amp today, and
Absolutely.
among other things.
Yes. Well, thank you as always, Joe, and it's always
Anytime, Norm.
glad to see the stuff going your way, and you know what you're doing. The stuff that you have there's a reason for everything.
Yeah, and you know, it's you know, unfortunately I got bit by the amp and guitar bug. You got to plug them into something.
Sure.
I rest my case. I plead in for insanity. I don't know. Actually, I pass my insanity on to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have just as many. Like, I have a few more, maybe 100 more guitars than I do amps, but not by, you know, it's not like significantly. And it's like how did I end up with all these amps? It's like because I'm buying this and I'm buying that, and it's like they add up. But you know, you got to plug them into something.
That's
and
right.
They sound good.
Well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate
Thanks,
you coming in and doing this. And Wacky Wednesday, Joe Bonamassa, thank you so much, as always. And brought your lovely girlfriend in. And,
Yeah.
You know, so Joe's doing great. Go see Joe wherever he's playing, guaranteed. And if you can go on the Blues Cruise, that's one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah, next year's already sold out, and can't beat it. It's you know, it's all for a good cause, and we've had such good luck with all that.
And all hand-picked, you know, talent by you. So
yeah, and nobody ever disappoints. It's like everybody's better than I thought.
well, they all got to be on their toes playing on a cruise where you're playing with your band. You know, so.
Next year's going to be really stellar. It's, you know, it's a lot of our alumni, you know, are back. You know, Samantha Fish and Eric Gales and Joanne Shaw Taylor, and it's just like a really good lineup.
Eric is amazingly good. He's never been in the store here. I really love to get
I got to
him
drag him
today.
in here.
All right.
He likes endorsement guitars, so
Well, that's fine.
I'd be like,
you
come
know,
on, Eric,
I'm not
I'll
going to push
buy-
anything on him.
This
but
one's on me.
Just get him to play. You know.
But he could play. The great thing about Eric is like his signature model Strat his signature model guitar is a right-handed Strat. It's not a left-handed Strat.
That he plays upside down.
He prefers the volumes up here, and so you can just flip it around, and it's a right-handed guitar, and then he flips it around, and it's just like
Probably when he was
one of the
young, he
best to ever
couldn't
do it.
find any lefty stuff. You know. So.
You know, Eric's one of the best to ever pick up a guitar.
And when you guys were kind of growing up together, you know, I mean, you guys were sort of, you and Eric, and there were a couple other people that were sort of, you know, kind of these young gun blues players that everybody.
Yeah, and like we're all like the class of '92, '93, '94, you know, and that's the Kenny Wayne Shepherds.
Kenny,
and Johnny
I was going to
Lang.
say, yeah.
Even you know, Josh Smith was in that class.
Yeah,
Derek Trucks,
Kirk Fletcher.
I mean, we're all like we all grew up in the 80s and learned how to play in the 80s and kind of came out there in the 90s. And you know, I remember hearing about Eric Gales, this kid from Memphis. This is before the internet, you know. This is like, you know, it's like there's a kid in Memphis, and then there's a kid in Jacksonville, there's a kid in Miami, there's a kid in Australia, there's a kid in New York. That was me. And then that was it, you know, and we're just doing regional shows and hoping to get noticed. But now it's all on the gram.
Now you guys are
you can find it on the gram.
You guys, though, are now the establishment. I mean, you know, I hate to say it, that's a good thing. I mean, you guys are the established guys, and everybody's gunning for you. You're like the fastest gun in the West or something. Yeah.
Oh, they can have it. I'll sell. There's many days I'll sell the whole empire for 3 magic beans. I don't
there
care.
you go. You heard it right at Norm's Rare Guitars.
Thanks, Norm.
You can pay me, and I'll pay Joe.
I'll pay. Yeah, you pay him the beans, and he can pay me with this. I'll trade him the beans for this. So.
All right. Thank you guys for watching our videos. Always a pleasure having Joe in it. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks.
That was great.
3 magic beans.
Yep.